engineer as fuck, really. He's
Yeah,
engineer as
sure,
fuck. He's
sure.
like, because I don't know why, like, a monkey. Why is that? Because like a monkey with a wrench. That's the whole premise of the show. Is like he's a monkey with a tool belt and he solves problems.
It's like Bob the Builder, but
because he's an
Curious
engineer.
George.
But he like but instead of being a construction worker, he's like specifically an engineer. The monkey is.
So he does like bridge building and shit.
Whatever has to be done, brother. 1371.
He can fix it. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's the thing. Like, oh no, yeah, they call him, and he says, "Chico Bom Bom, you got problems? We can solve them." That's what he says, bro. He picks up the phone. He says, "You got problems? We can solve them."
We can solve that. Yeah.
And then whenever he's like, it's him and his boys, right? He's like a squad of engineers.
Yeah.
And each one's different, right? Just like we were.
That's
like our squad was.
That's
He's
punk
like,
rock.
Yeah, bro, it's meta. So he's like, he's a monkey. He solves problems with like tools and stuff like that. He thinks, uses his head, and then every once in a while, on the point of the show, the problem gets too tough, and he needs to like really think, and he needs to take a banana break. So he takes a banana break, just like in Jimmy Neutron, where he's like,
Brain blast. Yeah.
Right? So he takes a banana break. So my son, bro, whenever it's a banana break, he's like, Papa, banana break. And he's like 2 years
He's a
old.
banana
He's like,
too.
Papa, banana break. And we go get a banana, and that's how he eats bananas, bro.
That's good.
It's been wrong. It's a real show. What do you expect? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's a real show.
There's gonna be outtakes in it.
Outtakes, you get them. All right. There's no like fake stuff about it.
Yeah.
Everything's real. We're really friends.
We don't edit anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's all out there. Sorry you can't see yourself because of that. Must be
white bar.
Yeah. But like when you play it, it's not gonna be there.
Yeah. That's okay. I don't like looking at myself anyways.
It's awkward, bro. I remember when I first did this, and I don't even do it that often, right? I feel like if I put more effort into anything I do, maybe I would have been more successful in things. But I mean, I put very little effort into anything, and I'm
He's already successful.
Twice as successful as normal people. So imagine. But yeah, bro. I remember when I first started vlogging, I couldn't stand listening to myself. I remember when I first started the podcast, I was probably in the room for like an hour and a half, maybe an hour.
Yeah.
Just like trying to do an intro. I was like, hi. I would say hi. Stop,
redo.
Right? Bro, I would say hi and play it back and hear it. I'm like, oh my God, I'm so stupid. And it's like midnight. I'm in a room by myself. It's dark outside. My wife's asleep. And I'm just like arguing with myself.
You just keep
And
retaking shots.
Eventually I sent it, bro. I just sent it.
Yeah.
And I remember the podcast. You know that I started that podcast in 2018? Think about how long ago that was.
That's almost 5 years ago now.
That is almost 5 years ago.
Wasn't 2018 when we went to the border?
No, at the end of 2018.
Right, because we did fucking Raven X first.
Raven X with those Marshall boys. Those guys are so cool, man.
Yeah.
And
I talk about with Megan with this all the time. That literally feels like a different life. Like I've been out only for like 2 years, but that does not feel like that's the kind of shit that I used to do. Like I go to college now. That's it. I'm a student.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
Because actually when I had to go, you got disability?
No, I got 0. I didn't try to claim anything though.
Bro, why?
I don't know.
I want to be honest. Okay, how about this, bro?
I didn't feel like I had anything seriously
Hold on.
Okay.
When you were in the Marines, how much was demanded from you?
More than my body could take.
So would you say like 100+%?
Yeah. At least when I was a boot, because when I was a fucking corporal, I didn't have to do a lot of the dumb shit anymore. Yeah. But as a PFC in a Lance, yeah.
I remember doing some tough shit with you, bro. Remember that? The Yuma field op, that 5 days no sleep, just like nonstop, just desert heat.
That is by far the hardest thing I think I did in the Marine Corps was Yuma.
Yo, that was hard.
And that was just a 2-week field op.
Was it 2 weeks?
It was 2 weeks.
Bro, I remember that thing felt so long.
In the middle of fucking either May or June. And you must be joking. In Yuma.
You must be joking, that's right.
And yeah, the fucking 5 days that we had to do in fucking mop gear. And they were like, oh, you guys can take it off for chow though in the middle of the day when it's the hottest, but then you guys got to put it right back on.
Bro, you remember what was that boy's name? Jeanette?
Do I remember Jeanette?
Bro, how iconic was that field up, bro?
Do you think he's still in jail? Do you think we should be talking about this? Okay.
No, he's not on jail. Okay. Because I was there when he got out of the Marine, because he was in the brig, and then they send him back to Alpha, brother. They send him back to Alpha with us. Like, Wells was there. Everybody
Like,
was
yeah,
there.
like Wells wasn't even chopped over to anywhere else by that point.
Yeah,
So
he
that
was
was
like-
just like
he was-
throwing back in the mix. Who cares?
Oh, if you don't know, so we had a corporal.
Yeah, story time.
Yeah, so we had a corporal.
Yeah.
Oh, this is gonna be good. So picture a Marine.
Uh-huh.
Now picture. Okay, so picture a Marine, and when you're a Marine, you have ranks, and then the ranks are kind of given on a point system, right? And like a time and point system. It's not necessarily like, oh, this dude is a hard worker and this dude deserves it. He gets a promotion. It's not necessarily that. So we
You just
had
got to
this-
bide your time.
Yeah. So we had this one guy, and he worked in the armory, which the armory pretty much hands out weapons, cleans weapons, makes sure weapons are accounted for.
Yeah.
So this dude was in the armory
For a good amount of time.
the whole time since I showed up to that
Yes.
battalion.
Yeah, he was always just like the armorer.
Yeah, and I remember y'all would like clown on him. Somebody had a joke like, "Yo, stare at his face and I bet you money, stare at his face, it won't make you laugh," because he had like this like a gentle.
If you stare at him long enough, yeah.
He had like a gentle picture them lemurs from Madagascar, like them big-eyed lemurs.
Yes.
He had like a sad. He was sad. He had a sadness about him.
Yeah. Because me, Wilder, and Vermillion, we went to the schoolhouse with him. He was in our class.
Oh.
So I've known
y'all
him,
know him,
from
know
the
him.
get-go, yeah.
Yeah.
And he dropped out of his first MOS because he was going to be a linguist. But I don't know, I guess he wasn't too good at language because he dropped out and became a fucking engineer. He went to the ditch diggers.
Yeah. So that guy, right? This guy, his name's Jeanette.
Uh-huh.
So he was in the army the entire time I was there. And then when you're a Marine, you kind of, it's like, yeah, you earn your, well, the rank is you earn it through a point structure, but kind of like your, like what you say, you earn your sand about you. You know, you earn your salt.
Word gets around about what kind of
What kind
engineer
of
you are, what kind of Marine you are,
what kind of Marine you are, what kind of engineer you are, and you kind of grow, you become a smarter, stronger, kind of like that. You developed as a Marine, as an engineer, and you get tougher and smarter, kind of, right? So picture a Marine that's out there doing shit, earning his shit, or just going through hard times, learning, becoming a badass, and then picture a dude that's safe inside the walls,
air conditioned.
2-hour chows, air conditioning, probably has television breaks.
Yep.
Doesn't, same schedule every day.
Pretty skate job.
Pretty skate, same schedule every day. And then he picks up corporal, right? And then this dude picks up corporal. Like, who do you think is going to be a better corporal, do you think? Anyway, now, now he's out, right? He picked up corporal, now he's in our unit all of a sudden. And we go to
Out of
Yuma.
the armory. Yeah.
Yeah, he's out of the armory.
First field op.
First field op, he goes with us to Yuma. And Yuma is not friendly, brother.
Like we just said, it was the worst fucking field op I think I've ever been on.
Yeah. It's like 100 and change at night, like at night.
Yes.
And then they were running us like 24-hour ops. It was 24-hour ops. And he's like, so pretty much 24-hour ops means like, this is your mission. There's no time limit. It has to be done by here. It doesn't matter if you eat, sleep, whatever. This has to get done by this time. And so it was a very stressful situation in a stressful environment.
With Red Cell. I think we had Red Cell.
We had Red Cell. We had mop gear, which is pretty much like wearing snowboard gear in the desert. And then you had your bulletproof stuff on, right? Your flak.
Yeah.
And then you had your Kevlar rifle, NVGs, bro. It was just like everything, bro. They threw everything at us. We had everything. And then we're filling sandbags for whatever reason. It's 1 a.m. It's hot. We're exhausted. We're pissed off because we just want to sleep. We just want to chill.
Yeah, this is like day 7 or day 8 at this point. Like we're halfway.
Yeah.
We're not even done with the field op yet.
Yeah. So we're like, every once in a while we take like contact from Red Cell. And then Jeanette's platoon, Jeanette's squad or whatever, they're filling up sandbags. And out of nowhere, my friend Wells, he's filling up sandbags with e-tools, which already is just like a little shovel. Yeah. He's filling up sandbags with the e-tool. Everybody's doing their own thing, joking and smoking, because that's what really keeps you going. And then out of nowhere, Wells walks past Jeanette. And he says, whatever Jeanette says, like, get the hell away from me. He snaps. He
was trying to be a fucking salt dog, I guess.
He's like, get the hell away from me, right? Out of nowhere, just snaps, like, get the hell away from me. And Wells is like, I corporal. Like, I corporal.
Yeah.
That's weird. And then Wells goes back to filling up his sandbags. So his back is towards Jeanette, and Jeanette picks up an e-tool out of nowhere and whacks him in the, like, tries to kill him.
Yes.
Hits him in the back of the head, bro, with a shovel, with a little handheld shovel, like, metal
This
shovel.
is steel. Yeah, it's all steel.
Yeah.
If you know what an e-tool looks like, obviously you know what it looks like, but it's
Hits him with
metal.
the spoon part, right?
Yeah.
Like, not the chop part, but he hits him in the back of the head. Boom. And Wells has to get like helicoptered out of there, right? Like,
yeah,
they had to evac him, and I don't know what they do. They just make him. What they make Wells do, or Jeanette? He just like.
I don't know what happened to Jen after that, because they did eventually get him for attempted murder. Like, he was charged and sent to the fucking brig on attempted murder.
Attempted murder.
And I remember the funniest part about Wells, because he had a fucking major concussion, and he was gone for a couple days, and then when he came back, I remember we were sitting down and we were eating chow or something, and he was like, heavily concussed. And he was sitting and he had his canteen right next to him, and he got up and he looked at me, and he walked like 2 feet and then turned around and came back to me, and he was like, "Have you seen my canteen?" And I was like, "Bro, it's right. It's right here. You just got up and you just walked away from your canteen." Like, he was so out of it.
Every once in a while, he would like bleed from his ear.
Yeah, it was just like a normal side effect afterwards. He just kept bleeding from his ear.
Bleeding from his ear. But anyway, right? So Jeanette goes to the brig. I don't know what happens. He goes to the brig for months.
Mm-hmm.
Months. Wells decides not to press charges, because if he pressed charges, he wouldn't get to deploy.
Yeah, because he was already slated for the deployment.
Yeah, he was already going to get deployed. So he's like, no, I'm not going to press charges because it's going to take longer, and I'm not going to deploy. So he decides, he goes, he deploys, he comes back. He's in Alpha Company with me. Jeanette gets released from the brig. He's in Alpha Company with us. And like, I don't know, bro. Everybody was like cool with him. Like, yo, Jeanette.
Yeah, like nobody really wanted to talk about it.
Yeah. Everybody was like, huh?
Yeah,
just like joking.
Don't turn your back on him for too long.
No, but that's the thing. Everybody was cool with him, but not me, bro. Like, he's like, "What's up, Alvarado?" And I'd be like, "It's Corporal Alvarado," because he got demoted, bro. And that was such a
PFC,
good moment.
Yeah, PFC.
That was such a good moment, because I remember he picked up Corporal. He used to be cool, whatever. He picked up Corporal, and I'd be like, "Yo, what's up, Jeanette?" And he's like, "Who?" It's Corporal Jeanette now.
He was fucking hell bent on rank.
Yeah, on Corporal
and like, proper greeting.
Yeah. So he's like, "It's Corporal now, right?" And then all that happened, got demoted, and then he was like trying to be cool with me. He's like, "What's up, Alvarado?" I'm like, "Yeah, it's Corporal Alvarado now." And then I didn't fuck with him, bro. Nigga tried to dap me up. I was like, "Nah."
Yeah.
Nah, bro, you a snake.
Yeah, because if you spend a lot of time being a junior Marine with a certain group, and then as soon as you pick up, if you like try to turn around and make them call you corporal, they're gonna look at you different and be like, "Okay, fuck you, dude. Like, we were just drinking last weekend. What changed?"
Sounds familiar.
That sounds like Jeanette.
Bro, good times. But yeah, that was that dude Jeanette. Tried to kill my other buddy. But Wells is doing fine. He did a show, what bodybuilding show?
Yeah, I saw that. He was looking like, fucking cut.
Like shredded.
Yeah.
Shred City.
Another story with Wells too. You remember when he went to that field op and that bug crawled up his ear? There's always weird shit happening to Dante.
Bro, that was my first field op.
Oh, that was before Yuma?
Yeah, that was before Yuma. That was my first field op. I remember because I was hella constipated, bro. I don't know. I remember that it was just
MREs.
like MRE cheese or whatever. I was hella constipated. I didn't shit for like 2 or 3 days. So like everything I've been eating, I just like threw it up towards the end of the like we were on a patrol or something like that, bro. And I threw it up because I hadn't shitted in days. But yeah, that was my first field up with you guys.
I thought that was after Yuma. I don't even remember what field up that was. All I remember about it is that a bug crawled up Wells' ear.
We did it was like a 3-day field up right behind E Hill. You remember that? It was our first field up with Sergeant Strasser.
Oh, okay, then that's the one I didn't go to then. That's why I don't remember anything about it, because I didn't go to that one. I was on radio watch with Robles. Because you guys came back and you guys like the only story that came out of that field op was that a bug crawled up Wells' ear.
Yeah, and he just stayed there. He stayed there the rest of the night.
Yeah.
But what were you saying just now?
We were talking about
We're talking about anime.
Oh, anime.
Bro,
yeah.
Stranger Things. The director said that most of Stranger Things is kind of based from like an anime. Kind of the same thing, like science powers,
like the
science
MK
demons.
Ultra shit and all that.
Well, not MK Ultra, because MK Ultra is like mainly like an American.
Yeah, because that was a real
project.
thing too.
Yeah. But it's more like an anime, just like here's this government facility kind of doing experiments that nobody really knows about,
snatching kids up.
Yeah.
Kind
of like in real life.
Yeah, that actually happened. So
yeah, I think that actually happens more than often. I actually know this guy who's always talking about it, and he's like, "You probably think I'm crazy." I'm like, "No, bro." But I don't want to give you the satisfaction of thinking you're really lecturing me on it. Or like, honestly, it's common knowledge. Kids get snatched up. The government's doing shady stuff.
Yeah.
It's common knowledge. What'd you think I'm gonna be like? Go get my gun.
Yeah,
Go get my gun. Bro.
We're gonna go storm the Capitol.
Start the truck. Bro swears I'm gonna just jump into action.
Yeah.
Hell no. I always text man. I was like, yo, what's up, bro? He's like, yeah, I'm getting ready for school. Like, I'm trying to go to, I'm trying to do college or whatever.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, right. He's like,
where's Mark going to college then?
Bakersfield University, bro. I don't know.
BU. Okay.
BU? Home with the corn chips or whatever
That's where the band Korn comes from, Bakersfield.
Bro, what
Korn
is
with a K.
Korn? Bro, I don't know anything about like metal music, like rock music.
Oh, that's white people culture.
But my buddy, all right, I take pride in this because he's my friend. Yeah. We were in first grade together. We didn't see each other for a long time. When I ended up getting a job, I was a chef, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I was a dishwasher, worked my way up to chef. That was his parents' restaurant.
Oh,
so
okay.
He's my buddy. I was able to get a job there because my other buddy was a dishwasher there.
Yeah.
So he went to school only for guitar. I didn't even know you could do that. Just go to school for guitar.
Like you major in it?
Yeah, major in guitar. So all this dude knows, all this dude does is guitar, right? Ever since he was like a teenager, when I like heard music and did music, he said, "This is it. This is what I'm gonna do," and he did it. But like, I'm not shitting you, bro. He said, "This is what I'm gonna do when he's a kid." That's what he's doing, and he's like,
"I wish I had a passion like that."
I can't even think of one thing I like. Like,
yeah.
And this dude said, "Yeah, this is it." And
this is what I want to do for the rest of my life.
He's just been shredding all of his life, bro. He just like shreds. He went to school for it. He went to school in North Carolina for it with me. Well, I didn't go to school, but in North Carolina.
Yeah.
And then he went to music school in Hollywood. So he went over to Hollywood.
Damn.
And he lived in Hollywood or whatever. He was doing music, and then next thing you know, he's like rubbing shoulders with all these musicians, all these rock stars.
Because it's about who you know.
It's who you know. And he's like, yeah, bro, I know this dude from Korn. I was like, I wouldn't visit him, right? I wouldn't visit him in Hollywood. I was like, I know this dude from Korn.
The Korn.
I was like, okay. He's like, yeah, bro, Mike, we're gonna have lunch with him. I'm like, okay. So is there a Mike in Korn? I don't know. He said there's a drummer from Korn.
Yeah.
He's like, oh yeah, I'm having lunch with a drummer from Korn. I was like, yeah, let's go, bro. And we go have lunch. I was just like,
I mean, anybody famous, yeah. Well,
yeah, I mean, I didn't know him. Like, he was just chill as fuck. I think he was chill because like, I think usually people are like, oh my god, you're the Korn. And
you drum for Korn.
You're Korn drum Korn.
Yeah.
And so we just chilling, and I just treated him like a buddy, you know what I mean? Like whatever. So I think
regular dude you just met for the first time.
Yeah, so we were all just chilling in the lake. But yeah.
That's nuts. I'm kind of jealous of that because I have a new interest every fucking week. Like, I do not. How do you figure out what you want to do for the rest of your life at a young age, and then that's it?
Yeah, man, that's crazy. That's crazy because even like I remember when I joined the Marines, I got the engineer job because like, oh, it's a jack of all trades. You do a lot of things. Yeah. I'm like, yeah, that sounds exactly like what I like. Yeah. So just like picking one thing.
Dabble a little bit of everything.
Yeah. It's hard just picking one thing.
Yeah, like you think about like an admin, like they go into the Marine Corps and they sit at a computer and they do the same job for 4 years.
But you know what's funny about admin? Because I was S3.
Yeah.
They were the S1 across the hallway.
Yeah.
Bro, their attitude towards everything is like, oh, that's your problem. As to where in the S3, like
do your fucking job.
Yeah. There was like 2 engineers, Sergeant Giuliano. He was an engineer from Bravo Company. So we had Giuliano, we had this one dude who was a bulk fuel, a couple other dudes, like one more other dude. So we had different jobs. Yeah. So I noticed that whenever somebody would show up, they're like, hey man, my green belt didn't go through. Hey man, this range, this thing. Like our attitude towards the thing was like, okay, this is a problem. We need to do whatever it takes to fix this problem.
Yeah, we're gonna fix it.
Yeah, like we're gonna figure it out. We're gonna fix
After
this
the
problem.
banana break.
Yeah, banana break. Oh, that's a good.
Like it's a bit. We're making new bits.
Yeah, it's a good bit. So yeah, we're like, okay, our attitude was like, we're gonna solve this problem.
Yeah.
As to where S1 is like, okay, you were supposed to do that. You were supposed to fix that.
They'd be like, so why didn't you do it then? Yeah. That's what they would sound like.
I'm about to go to lunch. I'm like, it's 9.
We're off for the day, sorry.
Yeah, they would like leave, bro. They would leave early. They would show up at 8. They show up at 8. Leave for 2-hour lunch at 11. Come back at 1. And then leave at 1:30 or something, bro. It was
a fucking insane schedule. Because I remember the best S1 person up there was Sergeant Montiel, and he wasn't even a fucking admin. He was an engineer. He was an engineer working for S1 at the time. And he's the only person that has ever helped me in that office.
Yeah, and it's because like their, I don't know if it's work ethic, but it's like the way they view problems.
Yeah.
Like, it's either, okay, that's your problem, or, all right, let's get this done.
Yeah.
And Montiel's like that dude that's like, yeah, let's get it done.
Yeah, Montiel's always been a solid dude. Like, he was a fucking good sergeant, and then I knew that he was gonna fucking hook it up for me and help me out.
And he's handsome as fuck.
He is a handsome devil. He's a good looking dude,
man. He's living his best life. You saw his snaps?
Yeah, he's in like Europe now. He's back
He's back. He's back now.
Oh, he is?
Yeah, he's back now, but he was having a good time, bro.
Yeah. Oh.
Bro, you have a good time like that, you might come out the closet, bro. You might come back a little, have that
Europe
much
changes
fun.
people.
Imagine seeing all them statues in Rome. Anyway. I mean, that's fine.
Yeah.
That's fine. Man, I was telling my wife, I was like, let's make a little thing right here just in case we got to cut this out.
Yeah.
I was telling my wife, because I did stand-up, and I was like, yeah, man, because I had a joke, because I have a note. In my phone, I have notes, and it's like pages. I have like full pages, and it's kind of like the keywords of bits. So each bit is like 5 minutes, or you mean a good couple sentences, right?
Yeah.
Something I could fill like 3-minute spots. Yeah. Because when I did stand-up, they gave me 3 minutes. And I wasn't even sure. I was like nervous. I'll tell you that story.
They only gave you 3 minutes on stage?
I'll tell you that story after this.
Okay.
So I have my notes, right? And my notes, it's jokes that I think about. I'm like, okay, I might never think this again. Let me jot it down. Something about being in a room full of women. And so, sometimes I'm in a room full of women and I kind of just want to level the playing field. I go, something smells like blood. And it's just kind of like, it's like a mind game. You know what I mean? Like some numbers game.
They get nervous.
Number game. You're a room full of women, 20 to 25 women. One of them is on their monthly, cycle, and they're self-conscious about like, okay, something's happening down there. I don't want it to smell. So if you
like,
kind of
is that me?
Yeah. So if you kind of like just you gotta knock them down a peg. You know what I mean? So
level the playing field.
So I was already making jokes about trans women. Something about, you ever gone to a black person's house?
Yeah.
And they say, don't read those jokes ever. Don't ever say
Don't ever do that shit again.
Yeah, all the jokes you're gonna do, don't do the jokes you just read to me. And I'm like, but it's kind of
that was
funny.
Filthy. Don't do it.
So anyway, I did stand up for the first time a few weeks ago, and I was like, bro, I was so nervous because I always joked around with you guys.
Yeah.
I have my notes. I've always been like, funny. I've always been able to just tell a joke
from people who know you already.
Yeah. You know what I mean? I'm in a circle. I'll say a joke. We kind of rotate. Everybody talks. Joke around. But I've always been the funny kid. Even since I remember in first grade when I realized that there was a funny kid, right? His name was Kyle, and he was always the first one to say a joke, this and that. And then as I was like warming up, I was kind of like, getting used to like being around people and stuff like that. I started saying jokes too. And I remember one time I said something, whatever it was, like first grade joke, and then I remember he like stopped, kind of like his eyes shifted like that, like kind of towards me, like that was pretty good.
Yeah, I feel like my job's in danger.
Yeah, job security. Right?
Yeah.
I was like, no, if you're the funny kid, what am I gonna be?
I'm supposed to be the funny kid.
Bro, but yeah, I remember like I'm like, okay, man, maybe I got something here. And then I was always the funny guy. And then growing up, what took it one step further is like at home I had no consequences, so I just like pushed the limits, brother.
Yeah.
But anyway, my childhood is another story for a much longer video.
That's a whole episode right there. From the amount of fucking stories that you used to tell us about your childhood.
Yeah, man, it's good times. So I'm doing stand-up comedy in a club in Escondido. I show up, I'm nervous as hell. And do you know when I decided I was going to do comedy? I decided I was going to try comedy a few days before my birthday last year. So
So it's a long time coming.
And you know what it is? I talk myself out of it all the time.
Yeah.
I'm like,
oh, I can't do it.
Yeah, I say, no, I'm not going to be funny.
Yeah.
No, I'm not. They're not going to like me. I'm not going to be funny. And I become my own worst enemy.
Yeah.
Talk myself out of it. I'm like, nah, it's not even worth it, right? But in the back of my mind, I know that if I don't try it, I'm going to hate myself, right? Yeah. So whatever. Eventually, this year, a few weeks ago, I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm going to do it. And throughout that day, that week, I decided I'm going to do it no matter what. So I told you guys in the group chat, kind of just like hold me accountable a little bit.
Yeah. Because now you have to go.
Yeah. Now it's Thursday, the only day they do open mics. it's Thursday, and you have to show up at 6:30, and it's like 4. I'm like, babe, I don't think I'm gonna go.
I got a stomach ache. I don't know.
My stomach hurts. I'm like talking myself out of it.
Yeah.
And she's like, you don't want to go? I'm like, well, I do want to go, but like, I don't know, man. I just can't. I just put myself through so much in my own mind.
Yeah.
That like I was already defeated.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, you know what? Maybe
you already convinced yourself.
Yeah. So I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna go and see what it looks like. I'm not gonna sign up for anything. I'm just gonna see what it looks like. And then I drive over there, bro, and I'm about to throw up. I'm like so nervous. I'm about to throw up. And the
literally a stomach ache.
The parking lot was empty, and I'm like, oh my god, bro, is this even the right place? And it had to be. It was like a pizza shop / bar / comedy club.
Yeah.
Which is all things I love. Like that's a good place. And so I go, right? Door's locked, and they open it. I'm like, oh well, I tried, right? The door's locked.
Can't do it.
I can't do it. And they immediately open it. They're like, oh, my bad, man. Here you go.
It was a pull. I'm
like,
you're trying to push the whole time.
Yeah. So I'm like, oh. And now I'm nervous as hell. But like, as soon as I talk to the dude, I calm down, right? So I'm like, I'm so anxious. Like, moments before walking in, I'm like almost about to throw up, shaking.
Yeah.
And I say, oh, what's up, man? And then as soon as I say, oh, what's up, man? I feel like a little more confident in myself. Like, okay.
Like, you're supposed to be here.
Yeah. This is going to be all right. And he's like, oh, what's up, man? You here for the comedy? I'm like, yeah, I just want to sign up, give it a shot. He's like, yeah, bro, I'm gonna go get a list, and we're gonna wait for some more people to show up, and then we'll probably start around 7, and it's like 6:30. And they give me the rules. I sign up. They give me the rules, not rules, but like the rundown. It's like, okay, so if you don't buy anything, you're just gonna get 3 minutes.
Yeah.
And if you buy a drink or a pizza, you get 5 minutes. You could do 5 minutes on stage. So picture 5 minutes.
You gotta pay money first, yeah.
Yeah. But like, I wasn't nervous. I wasn't worried about it because I was just gonna do 3 minutes.
Yeah.
Because I wasn't sure.
Yeah. And test the waters.
Exactly. So I'm sitting in the comedy room. So picture a dark room. It has tables about like, like tables like this big.
Like 2-person.
Yeah, 2 people, one appetizer.
Yeah, just a little light.
And it's like multiple tables. It's a dim, like it's kind of dark. And the owner's over here, and he's like super cool already. So it kind of calms me down. Like, okay, because I started feeling like a lot of pressure. He's like
welcoming.
Yeah. I started feeling like a lot of pressure, and then I start getting nervous, right? And like other people start coming in, and they're like comics. I could tell they're comics because they're like, yeah, bro, I'm glad they're finally open. We're able to do a set, this and that. And everybody has notebooks. Everybody has people have flashcards. People have blank pieces, like a printed paper.
Like the pros are coming in.
Yeah. And I'm like, bro, I just thought about these jokes because I
thought about the ride over here.
I have a list of jokes, that they go to. But I was like, on my drive over here, I just thought of something, so I'm just gonna do that.
Yeah.
And so I was like nervous, and I was so nervous that like my phone was on the table, and I was just like, oh no, I can't be on my phone too much. And then once I got like anxious, I'll grab it, and then I was like on my phone too much. Like in my own head, I was like, get off your phone.
You're overthinking it,
like, put it down, like, oh, nothing's going on.
Nobody's talking to me.
Yeah, and I was like, no one was talking to me. Everybody has their own clicks already.
Yeah.
And I'm like, fuck, man, I'm about to throw up again. I started getting anxious again.
Yeah.
And then they start, right? It's time. They dim the lights, and the guy, I guess MC, right? The guy hosting the night.
Yeah.
He's doing jokes, and nobody's laughing, man. Like,
tough crowd.
But like, it's not a lot of people in there, but it's like maybe like 20 people, which is like still a good amount.
Yeah, it could have been like 5 people. I wouldn't have fucking done it.
Which is 20 people is still like, number wise is not a lot, but picture 20 people standing in front of you, kind of like spread out in a room. That's how many people were in there.
Yeah.
And the dude hosting it, he's like delivering these jokes, and like I felt like he said these jokes a lot.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
like he's it's well practiced.
Yeah. So I'm like, and he was like, there was like a lot of pauses, and I'm like, oh man, this is gonna be bad.
Yeah.
And then they put the names in the thing, and they're gonna draw them out. And so I'm like, okay, so
it wasn't even a set order, like it was it's completely random.
It's gonna be random. But the thing is, okay, so next one is gonna be Sarah, right? The first girl. He's like, the first one to go is Sarah, but first the owner's gonna go, and he's gonna do like 5 minutes, so that way Sarah has like 5 minutes to prep.
Yeah.
And then so once he's done, Sarah knows. So once he finishes, the dude reads off another name. That guy's gonna go after Sarah. So you know what I mean? So they call your name before the next guy, so that way you have a few minutes to prep.
Right.
So the owner does a few jokes about swingers or whatever. Doesn't really land. Nobody really laughs. Bro,
That's a specific crowd.
yeah. But the girl goes on, right? And I'm like, I don't know her. I'm proud of her, right? Because she's talking. She's like talking, and she's talking clearly. She's clearly like written these jokes down, and she's going down the jokes, and they're not landing, bro. Like, she's doing everything right. Nobody's laughing, and I'm trying to force myself to laugh to, you know what I mean? Like,
gets to show
like,
support, you know?
Yeah, to show support, because I'm like, oh my god, this is terrible.
Like, nobody's hitting right now.
This is terrible, bro. This is terrible. And she's like, I'm like, oh, she's doing everything right until, like, you know, she's saying some jokes like iced coffees and like, apparently I'm the only one that my family thought needed therapy and stuff like that. And like, nobody
also for a specific crowd. Yeah.
Also a specific crowd. It's hilarious. Kind of hilarious, but in that, like, speaking to people, telling your jokes that you wrote down is hard. Yeah. And then, like, I'm like, oh, she's doing good, man. And she said it's her first time and she's doing good. And then I see her, like, she kind of goes to her paper. Yeah. She kind of goes to her picture, like, picture her reading. She's like, she says her joke about therapy. He's like, yeah, something.
Ooh. Like, noticeable enough to, like, you could see it in the back.
But, like, if it was just her hand, it would have been, like, regular. Yeah. But because she had a big white sheet of paper, it was like...
Yeah. Like just a loose leaf sheet.
Loose leaf sheet of paper. She was like...
Oh, no.
JFK? No, she didn't say anything about JFK.
How about airplane food?
So then she gets off. They call up the next guy. Yeah. He's like a big dude making fun of, like, talking about Ben and Jerry's. Talking about divorce and Ben and Jerry's and just, like, gaining a lot of weight. Also very, like... It was funnier than the first girl. But... Yeah. It's still like nobody was like landing. I'm like, oh my god, bro, what am I doing? And it's like
I'm in the wrong place.
I don't know if I'm next. Yeah. And then some woman goes up after that guy. Some woman goes up, and this chick, she was like trying to be like over sexual. She was a retired military spouse. So picture like a sergeant major's wife. Yeah. Or a mess sergeant's wife, and now that's her, and she's trying to do jokes, and she's like trying to be over sexual, but she's like away from the mic. So every once in a while, she was like, is it going to be hairless? Or is it going to be... Like, you know what I mean? So...
She's like, blah, 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 Bush.
Bush. And she's like, yeah, I put Sphinx. Instead of cougar, I put Sphinx in my Tinder. And now, only archaeologists keep hitting me up. Right? She didn't say that. I actually threw in the archaeologist part, and it makes it better. She said, and now everybody thinks I'm ancient and cursed, or something like that.
Yeah, see, the archaeologist bit was funnier.
Yeah, because it's more simpler. Like, you understand, archaeologists do that kind of stuff. Yeah. Bombs, bro. Oof. So far, like, you've had a few, like 1-2 chuckles. Bombs. And I'm like, oh my god, I'm about to throw up again. I'm about to throw up. Because it's just like, you know, you never know. And they call the next guy Davis. And after Davis is going to be Alvy, because I put Alvy on the... I started going by Alvy after a while, because Emilio Alvarado Torralba is just...
It's a bit of a mouthful,
so just Alvy. I go by Alvy. I just wrote Alvy. He's like, yeah, it's going to be Davis, and then it's going to be Alvy. Davis is a no-show, bro.
No.
It's no-show. And they say, just skip to Alvy.
Alvy, no, go ahead, Davis. Davis, you go first. I was like... I gotta go to the bathroom. I'm gonna go throw a fucking... I'm gonna do an 8 mile, throw up in the bathroom.
But, like, as I got on stage, brother... Yeah. Everybody was bombing. Yeah. I got on stage. I fist bumped the dude. I grabbed the mic. I moved the thing out of the way, and I said, hell yeah. This feels right. Bro, as soon as I stepped on the stage, it was like a calm sea. Like, picture just like rough seas, just watching everybody bomb. Calm seas. And I just thought about it on the spot. And I said, I've always been the funny dude. But this is the first time I'm on a stage. Yeah. I didn't stutter as much. I said, I've always been a funny guy in the circles, but this is the first time I'm on stage, so it's literally a step up. Already. They're like, oh, okay, yeah, they laugh. A small chuckle.
A little icebreaker joke.
Yeah, icebreaker, brother. And then I started going on about how I'm a stay-at-home dad. Yeah. And I hang out with my kid all day. Mm-hmm. And it's a lot different than my other job. That's what I'm going on about. It's a lot different than my other job. Yeah. I used to be a combat engineer in the Marine Corps. And I'm like, woo! Everyone like, woo!
Yeah, they give you the service cheer.
I used to run with I used to have the 240. Huh? I used to look for IEDs with a metal detector. Now I'm getting bullied by a 2-year-old because I'm not peeling grapes fast enough. bro. And they start clapping, they start laughing.
Yeah.
And I just start going on, and I'm just like, yeah, bro. I used to be with the, you know, I was saying something about the boys. Like I was saying something about the boys.
Yeah.
Talking about like adventures and stuff like that. And now I'm like, I have tears in my eyes. I'm trying to pull this tent together because somebody gave this kid a tent for his birthday. And I'm just going on like that for like not even 3 minutes. It felt super fast.
Yeah.
Like I felt like those were the only jokes. Oh, I think I made a reference to Rambo: First Blood, because I said, you know, back in the Marine Corps, I used to be in charge of Marines' lives. I was in charge worth $1 million worth of equipment. Now I can't even peel these grapes fast enough. So I said something like that, and they were laughing, bro. And like, I'm like, oh my god, bro, they're laughing. They're like, I was actually funny. And the thing was, like, they were doing like a competition, like, you know, whoever's the funniest gets to come back, you know, on a Friday or something like that.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, so it was something cool
like moving
that.
up.
Yeah. So it was something cool like that. And then like the next comment went in after me, and I left, bro. I was still nervous. But I asked the owner, because the owner, after everybody went, he would give them keys that he wrote down, like, yo, I think you should talk into the mic more. I think you should,
like, tips and shit.
Yeah, shit like that. And I'm like, bro, what's up, man? What you think? He's like, dude, that was so good. He like fist bumped me. He's like, that was so good. I think maybe you should make some more stuff up, like make it longer. It doesn't have to be true, because like every joke that I've told, or for the most part,
it's been real life.
It's true. It's like a true story like that. So like making stuff up kind of new for me. Like, you know what I mean? Because like, I don't know.
Yeah, because all your fucking real life experiences are already funny as shit.
yeah. So I'm like, oh yeah, I'll just make stuff, because I think he just wants me to make stuff up to make it longer.
Yeah.
Because I was
like
able to
add more content.
Yeah, I filled 3 minutes. So he probably just wants me to do 5 minutes, or like, you know, even longer. But yeah, man, I left, and then I wasn't able to go back next week because my summer classes started.
Yeah.
My summer classes shifted around to where now I have one the night that I was supposed to be doing comedy, because I was gonna just go back every week because I felt like confident about it. But like the thing is, like, for so long I was like anxious about it. I was scared about it.
Yeah.
And then I showed up, and it was like,
it flowed.
this is exactly where I'm supposed to be. It's all right.
But I remember, like, even when we were fucking Lance Corporals together, I remember we had sergeants that would tell you, like, yo, you should try stand-up. Like, do you remember fucking Sergeant Harabia telling you, like, yo, you should do stand-up? Yeah. So you've had people telling you to do that since, like, 2017.
I remember even when I was a dishwasher, my buddy was like, you know, I grew up in the South, and he was like, I swear to God. My buddy Jason was like, I swear to God, you slicker than hell shit. That means I'm funny, bro. Like, I'm slick. Like, he's like, I swear to God, you make my motherfucking jaw hurt. That's my friend. My friend Jason talks just like that. He's like, you make my motherfucking jaw hurt. I miss the South sometimes.
Yeah, because I feel like a lot of people that try to probably do stand-up have never been told that they're funny in their lives before.
Yeah, that's true.
That's probably why they bombed. But, you know. Yeah,
but it's still like, it was like, was it my scariest experience? I don't think so.
Not when you got up there, at least.
No, not when I got. Once I got there, it felt right. I even told him, like, hell yeah, this feels right. And I remember thinking, like, 'cause I had seen a few things on TikTok, like on open mics.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's annoying when you go on there and say, how's everybody doing? Because like that's what everybody says.
Yeah.
And I remember like thinking, like, don't say that. You
gotta get up there and take control of that room.
And I said, hell yeah, this feels right. What's going on? I said, what's going on?
What's good?
What's going on? Oh man. That's enough about me. But yeah, so that was my first stand-up comedy experience. I'm gonna try to keep doing it, like whenever it pops up, because you know there's gonna be like multiple places doing it. But you tell me something now.
Just ran out of gas.
Ran out of diesel.
I don't really do much though. I just I go to college.
Mm-hmm. What are you doing in college?
I'm majoring in history, but I'm not really taking cream of the crop classes right now.
Yeah.
Like this fall semester is gonna be my last semester, and I'm taking classes like astronomy and oceanography. So I'm taking my blow-off classes.
And where do you go?
San Diego Miramar Community College.
Miramar.
Yeah.
Miramar. And that's here in Fallbrook, or is it online?
No, that's all the way down to Miramar. I'm taking online classes this summer.
Yeah.
But before, you know, you have to be in person to get full pay. So
yeah.
So for the fucking spring and fall semesters, I do in person. But you know, the summer course is only 8 weeks, so.
Yeah, bro. Mine. I had to do one online, one seated.
Yeah.
So right now I'm taking like a psychology 100 and a photography class online. I was like, bro, how are we gonna take pictures online? And it turns out we're just like reading all this history.
Yeah.
Pretty cool
photography
stuff.
history.
Yeah, photography history. The brownie cam.
Yep. I took Psych 101 last semester, I think.
What was that?
It was all right.
You feel like you learned yourself a little better?
Yeah. I mean, I only really paid attention to the parts that were interesting, like why do humans get addicted to drugs? 'Cause I smoke a lot of pot, so. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember my psych teacher, she's like, does anybody have any interest in psychology? Like, what makes psychology interesting to you? And there's one chick's like, oh, I just want to understand people better. And the one dude was like, I was homeless and I want to know why nobody helped.
Oh my God.
I'm like, bro, I just
You start with that?
Yeah, that's how, like, she was like, tell us a little bit about yourselves and why you think psychology is interesting. And that dude was like, I was homeless and I want to know why nobody helped me. Nobody. I'm like, bro, you're wearing sandals and jeans right now. Shut the fuck.
I wouldn't fucking help you either.
Hell no, bro. He's like, yeah, nobody helped me. And then I was like, I was from North Carolina, combat engineer. Hannibal Lecter was that dude. Hannibal Lecter from Science of the Lambs.
Yeah.
He was that dude. And they're like,
why did he do that?
That same homeless dude was like, he ate people, right? I'm like, but he stole the show. Like, the movie wasn't about him, but he's the main character.
He's interesting enough.
He was locked up the entire time, and he stole the show.
Yeah.
That's Hannibal Lecter. And, kind of already, I was a funny guy in class.
Yeah. He ate people, right? That's why I'm interested in him.
Yeah, that's why he's sick, bro.
It's a fucking psych class, isn't it? Yo, so
here's $1. Shut the hell up.
I felt really out of touch in my last in-person class because I took biology and it was an in-person class, and I'm pretty sure I was the oldest person there, obviously. And I remember every now and then, like, I would always, like, I feel like I was almost channeling you. I would bring up movie references a lot, and I was always the only person who had seen these fucking movies.
Yeah.
So get this, Osmosis Jones. That's a good one, right?
Yeah.
You like that one?
Great.
Nobody had fucking heard of it.
Oh man,
the original
younger class, right? Younger guys.
Yeah. And the original X-Men with Hugh Jackman, like the first X-Men, Halle Berry, fucking Professor X, all that shit.
Bro, that's one of my. If you ask me, what's one of your favorite Marvel scenes? It's when Magneto's in the Holocaust.
Yes.
And he's ripping
the fence.
Oh, so good, so good.
Nobody had seen that movie.
Oh my god.
And have you seen Office Space?
That's the one where, like,
that's kind of like a middle class white people movie.
I think I've seen it. They scam people. Or is that Boiler Room?
Do they scam people in that? No, that's because Office Space. They're all working at a fucking office job, and the one dude, he gets like really zen and really chill because there was some psychotherapy going on where, like, he forgot to take him out of the hypnosis that he put him in, so he's just calm the rest of the way. He doesn't give a shit about his office job anymore.
No, I don't think I've seen that one.
Yeah, nobody had seen it. Yeah. But that's just the price of
standalone. How old are you?
Fucking 24.
Brother. Nigga, what?
So that, like, I didn't even think I was that old, but, like, with the 18 and 19-year-olds that were in my class, like, that's a whole different generation.
Bro, yes, because my little brother's 20, and they know, like, what they see, what they grew up with is different from what we grew up with. By the way, 24 is when I joined the Marine Corps, bro.
That's nuts. That's when my dad joined the Marine Corps, too, when he was 24.
Bro, I remember, so I was, like, 25, and Corporal Lookadoo was, like, pretty much just on my ass, I had a 240 and an A-bag, and I had a police call. And Lookadoo was just on my ass, bro, just grilling me. Yeah. And I was 25.
For the dig pit field op?
Was the one where we first had First Sergeant? When First Sergeant...
Yeah, that was when we were the Las Pulgas dig pit.
Yeah, we had to do that, like, hike up those hills up there.
Yeah, that was dumb.
Yeah, bro, this was... But I was like 25, maybe going on 26, and this 21-year-old, 20-year-old kid just yelling, chewing my ass up, bro.
Yeah, Bill was a hard ass, wasn't he?
Hell yeah.
Especially when him and Stout got together.
Oh, when they got together?
That was a scary duo, yeah. That was a scary duo.
Oh, that's funny. Good guys, those.
Yeah.
Good guys, those guys. Good Marines.
Yeah. All the time. I'll never forget when we first found out. I don't know if Swear watches your channel or not, but if you watch this channel, fuck you, dog.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that little snot rocket.
I remember the first time you just, like, it wasn't the first time you had ever talked to him, obviously, but it was the first time that you had shit talked him, and you were just like, Swear, I fucking hate you, right? And he was just like, I didn't know that.
Yeah, he was.
I was like, no, I made it pretty fucking obvious, right?
Yeah, bro, you're so stupid. I hate you, bro.
So you know you're a piece of shit, right?
Yeah, I'm trying to remember him, and I feel like his palm faced backwards when he walked. So you're like, yeah,
like that.
Yeah, you like. I don't know why his palm faced outwards, but when he walked, bro, he was so retarded, bro. Okay, here's a good Yuma Swear segue.
Oh yeah.
We came back from Yuma, right? We had desert camis. All our stuff was dirty.
This gross motherfucker.
We come back for Yuma. You know, a few weeks go by, a month. I think almost exactly 1 month goes by, and it's a field day.
Yeah.
You know, you remember those field days? That's crazy.
Yeah.
When you think about a field day, how they fucked us up and made us clean.
Yeah, grown ass men. Just fucking.
Clean. So somebody checks Swear's room, and they're like, "Okay, your room looks clean, but something smells. Open your closet." And he opens his closet, and he has like garbage bags of trash. All his stuff from Yuma was never washed. He just kind of threw it in there, put on his jeans, and left to town to fuck his fat fiance or something.
And remember, this was a 2-week field op, so that's 2 weeks of dirty laundry that had just been left there.
Yeah, left there, and it's crunchy and stuff. So like the corporals, they're like, "Swear, you motherfucker!" And they made him deep clean his room, and they made me and this guy named Sanders. He's like, "You guys take his clothes downstairs and throw it in the wash, bro." Yeah. So they made us go wash this kid's laundry. And ever since then, I would look him in his eyes. I'm like, "You're a real piece of shit. You know that?" And he was like, "Huh?" Like nobody's ever said that directly to him.
Yeah, like he's never heard that somehow.
Yeah, and he would always be like, "Well, my dad's in a wheelchair." I'm like,
I don't give a fuck about your dad, bro.
Yeah, man.
That day, I remember that field day very well too, because I'm not, like Amelia will tell you, I'm not an angry person.
Alvy.
I don't really, yeah, Alvy. Yeah. I'm not an angry person. I don't like to yell a lot. I've only ever yelled at 2 people in my entire 4 years in the Marine Corps, and Swear has been one of them. And that was that day that he that we found his laundry. Because I remember just like the week prior, me and Sasha, right, we were on our corporal board. So we were up all night one night, you know, fixing our uniforms, making sure that they were all like crisp, clean. We were good to fucking go for this uniform. This is when Krieger was still in charge of us.
Oh yeah.
So you know he was going to be fucking hard on us. And I remember when I saw that all of Swear's uniforms were just crumpled up, and underneath the dirty laundry that was from Yuma, like something inside me just snapped. I was just like, no, that's fucking it. Like I'm about to fucking tear this motherfucker a new asshole.
Bro, did you ever meet Ryan?
Briefly.
You know, he's just like Connor Ryan, his name is. He's not a piece of shit. He's a good guy. I remember.
I was
just switching up. I was switching up the time. Ryan's not a piece of shit. He's a good guy.
Yeah. I partied with him once right before I left for deployment. I remember that.
But enough about Ryan. This is what's really important. Ryan's dad, Ryan Sr., he used to be known as the number 2 salesman for Allstate in the nation.
I remember Mark telling me about that, yeah.
He's number 2 in the nation. As of recent, you know, he told me he's now number 1.
So he's a fucking big shot.
Imagine walking into any room in the nation, and you look around and you're like, yeah, I'm number 1.
Yeah, I'm the best.
Yeah.
In any field.
Look anybody in their eyes, they're like, I'm number 1.
These motherfuckers, they don't know.
But that's an ongoing bit with the vlog. We would bring up Ryan and just bring about, just praise his dad. You're like, yo, number 1. Anywhere in the nation, you can have any table in any restaurant, you're number 1.
That's like Goodfellas shit, like slipping hundreds into the fucking door guy and shit. Like, I'm number 1, motherfucker.
Yeah, number 1. Yeah, Mr. Ryan Sr., right this way.
Yeah. Like oh, Mr. Allstate? Yeah, sure.
Mr. Allstate, Ryan Sr. Yeah, Ryan. I mean, there were some good guys. You know, Tran.
Tran's a good guy, yeah.
Tran's a good guy.
Yeah.
He's actually,
he went to Marsoc, right?
He went to Marsoc. Yeah. The reason I started the vlog up, even though he texted me months ago, he's like, yeah, I see you don't make videos anymore. And I'm like, yeah, you know, my heart's out of it. Sometimes I just, you know, don't want to do it, whatever.
Yeah.
So I'm like, but would you want me to start the vlog? And he's like, yeah, that would be nice. And I said, for you, Tran, the world.
Anything. The world.
The world for you, Tran.
You name it.
Because you're my friend. Tran's that dude, man. He's a real good guy.
Yeah, I'm kind of mad that I didn't get to work with him more, too.
Because the thing about Tran is, right, he's a hard worker, and he's, like, the most humble guy. Like,
yes.
He's not, you know what I mean?
I remember that. He wouldn't fucking brag about shit. I remember I ran into fucking Gancito, Tran, And the
Pancito.
yeah.
Yeah.
And I ran into, I don't remember what the other kid's name was, but it was a kid who he only got the fucking coin for saving those 2 people's lives.
Oh, that's Perez.
Yes, Perez. And he was always I remember him being a good guy too. But I remember I was like, yo, Tran, like last I heard you were trying to sign up for Marsoc on it, or like, are you back? Did you make it? And he was like, yeah, I made it.
Yeah.
I was like, that's fucking huge. Like, what do you mean? And he was just like, yeah, no biggie.
No, he's like, yeah, I made it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and I got selected.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, that's what he said. He's like, yeah, I got selected. And I was like, that's it. That's all you want to.
That's amazing, bro.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Very like, it's a very like small percentage that can do that.
Yeah, that's like the elite.
Yeah, but here's the thing. Tran and Perez, right? They're buds. Mm-hmm. They're both studs.
Yeah.
They're buds and studs.
Buds and studs.
That's a podcast.
Wait a second.
Wait. Trademark.
Call them up.
Trademark, bro. They should have a podcast called Buds and Studs.
Yes.
Where they just like
they talk about Marsoc shit, and they'll get fucking wilder on it too.
Yeah. Oh, that's good. That's.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah, write that down.
Yeah. So Buds and Studs, and they were both going to ANS is called, right? Assessment and Selection for Marsoc, and Marsoc is ANS is like, you got to go do some hard, like incredibly hard shit.
Yeah.
For whatever, like a month or a
couple
couple months.
Boot Camp 3.0.
Yeah. So it's like a really hard boot camp for special forces. And at the end of the day, you can pass the boot camp, but if they don't say yes, like they don't look at you and say, yo, oh, this guy did great.
Yeah.
If they don't select you, you're not going. You're going back to work.
Yeah.
So they would
like a walk of shame almost.
So these 2 guys, Tran and Perez, buds and studs, they would be like, yeah, we're going to ANS. We're going to ANS. Mm-hmm. And they were like, oh, y'all guys are going to ANS? Tran, you got this, bro. So, like, picture us 2. Like, yeah, we're both going. Oh, Jimmy, you got this, bro. Like, I'm already proud of you.
What about me?
I'm like, oh.
Me too? No, okay.
You gonna dap me up, bro?
Yeah, so I didn't even know Perez was going. I didn't know.
Yeah, bro.
I had no idea about that.
Yeah, that's what I last heard. I think both of them, because they're both, buds and studs.
They're studs, yeah.
Studs. Camp Buddy, my company. Non-Tron Ward.
Hey, Mutant Mike.
Non-Tron Ward. Isn't that crazy, bro?
Yeah.
We're from the same boot camp company.
We had the same first sergeant, but
Paris
different
Island,
cycles.
Different cycles. So he's my company. I was my company the later.
Mm-hmm. My dad was my company, too.
And my father before his father
and my granddad, he was also my company.
He's like, we got to make my company for our children and our children's children. But anyway, me and Bishop go back to Mike, my company. But anyway, so the dude was like, yeah, bro, he keeps, like, Perez was talking to, yeah, the dude keeps talking about, like, me fucking his wife. I'm like, okay, yeah, that is kind of crazy, but in a way, you should be proud, bro. He chose you.
Yeah.
He kind of chose you as his
You're
champion.
His stud.
Yeah, you're the stud, bro. Bud's
it's like how horses breed, like, oh, yeah, I got a stud on my farm. We're going to get our horses mixed up,
So he's like, I'm like, yo, yeah, that's kind of weird, but he chose you, bro. He chose you, like, as a champion. He's like, please, like, have the honor.
I want you.
Yeah, so that was an interesting thing that happened. I don't know if they want me to say that, but nobody watches the vlog anyway, so.
it's literally just engineers, like old Alpha Company engineers that watch this shit.
Yeah, I feel like this YouTube channel is not like to blow up, but it's kind of just for like my friends to see what's going on, joke around.
It's like hanging out with the dogs again.
Yeah, exactly. Vlog with the dogs. Introduction to Jimothy.
Yeah.
Jimothy Shadwell.
Yeah, I remember watching it was an episode. It was a bunch of fucking different videos of us on the border.
Yeah, lost tapes.
Yeah, the lost tapes. That shit made me fucking. You got copyrighted? Yeah. It's not even up anymore.
No, it is. But at one point, because it's just random clips. And at one point, I'm driving with Gonzo. Yeah. And I'm showing them like the view. You remember the view at the border, like the mountains we had to cross?
Yeah, it was gorgeous.
Like, beautiful, untouched by time almost.
Yeah. Yeah, there's no civilization except for a road.
Yeah, so I'm playing, the radio's playing, it's like, red, red wine, and that song is playing, and I get the notifications like, hey, bitch, you better take this song out or take the whole thing down.
Or you're going to get a fucking SWAT team through your goddamn door.
So I've gotten a few copyrights for music. That's why I don't like,
that's nuts.
I don't record in the restaurants, because sometimes the little music they play, I get copyrighted for that. And, here, no
that's
music.
That's insane, yeah.
But all I had to do was just mute that segment, the little section.
Okay.
But the video,
I hope that didn't get taken down, because I remember watching that like last Christmas, and I was like trying to show my wife, and I was like, "This is some of me and my boys' favorite fucking memories," and I was like dying. I'm laughing, and my wife is just like,
"What's happening?
You guys joked about that kind of stuff." I was like, "Oh yeah."
Yeah. Bro, I remember I watched a video, and I'm like chiseled, bro. Like my jawline My neck is like
we
really
got
like
fucking we got pretty scrawny on the border.
I looked good.
Yeah.
And then like I always thought I was like fat. I always thought I was overweight, but I actually looked decent in those vlogs. Not anymore. I'm a bro fat. No, bro. They're trying to go the mully.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I got the
I need
beard.
a fucking haircut. I'll be honest with you.
You look good.
Thanks.
You know what I say about you.
What would you say about me?
You got a Chris Pratt vibe about you. You know,
I appreciate that. I'll take
I've always
that.
told you that. I told you you have a Chris Pratt Magnificent Seven vibe about you because you know you have like, well, no, you're not dirty.
No,
but
I hope not.
No, you're not dirty. You don't look dirty, but you know, in that movie, it's a western.
It's the red hair.
So
too.
it's the red, the red hair. Impeccable.
Chris Pratt in the Bull.
Chris Pratt in the Bull, yeah. I don't like it when some actors make too many movies. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, then Chris Pratt's definitely made too much then.
I meant Dwayne Johnson.
Oh, The Rock.
Personal. DJ. What did I say?
What? One nut bigger than the other Johnson.
Dwayne, one nut bigger than the other Johnson. There's good jokes, man. They just fall by the wayside, I guess, because all these jokes, all these funny things.
Yeah.
And if we don't bring them back up,
they get lost in time.
They're lost in time.
Like the other day in the group chat when I forgot that bit with Sasha, I felt bad. I was like, oh my god, am I already forgetting the inside jokes that we used to fucking have? It was this fucking old video that me and him used to watch. It was like, it was a mob boss dad bit. And this kid would come in and be like, hey dad, I just had an energy drink and I'm wired. And the dad would be like, you're wearing a fucking wire?
Bro, Sasha is a lunatic, bro.
Yeah, that dude's crazy.
That dude's a sociopath.
Yeah.
He's our friend. He's our buddy.
Yeah, good guy, great guy.
Great guy.
I've seen him hold a knife up to more people's throats than anyone else.
I can see that. You know, he almost killed me and Lenny once.
I believe it. I fully believe that.
He pulled us into the ocean. Because you know his nickname's Tuna. So,
yeah, he's a good swimmer.
If your nickname's Tuna,
porpoise.
Yeah, you can swim.
Yeah.
So we were at the beach. It was a mandatory fun day. I don't know if you were there. Mandatory fun day, and Sasha's like, yo, let's swim in the water. And we get in the water. Me and Lenny get in the water.
Yeah.
He's like, hey, let's swim out past the wave break. There's a sandbar, and we can just stand there. It'll be up to our waist. I'm like, well, yeah, we'll go. I'm a pretty good swimmer.
Yeah.
And me and Lenny go out there, and we're swimming, bro. And it's like whitewash. We're getting washed up, like hit by waves.
Because that's on Delmar Beach, right? Those are some vicious waves. Yeah. Those they will take you out to sea.
Yeah. So we're getting hit, bro. I'm like, okay, I'm starting to feel uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And then Sasha keeps saying, just a little further, just a little further. And he keeps swimming, bro. Sasha, it doesn't bother him. He doesn't even look wet. He's sticking out of the water. He doesn't even look wet.
He's like swimming like a dolphin. He's like going up and down.
Yeah, so me and Lenny, we started making eye contact with each other.
Are we doing this?
In the water. I started scanning the beach for lifeguards. Like, can anybody see me?
Do they have boats on deck or something?
Yeah, they got the lifeguard in the towers. And I'm like swimming. And at one point, I'm like, I can't catch my breath anymore because I'm getting hit so much.
Yeah.
And I can't touch the bottom. I'm 6'1".
Yeah.
I can't touch the bottom. I'm like, you know what?
This is getting dangerous.
Yeah, me and Lenny look at each other like dude, let's go. And we turn around, bro. We start swimming back, and we do it, tactfully. Like we let the waves take us.
Yeah.
Because
don't try to fight the current.
If you fight it, you get tired.
Yep.
You're gonna die.
Mm-hmm.
So we finally make it. We get out of the water. Tuna's like, guys, what happened? I'm like, nah, bro, fuck you. And he's like, yeah, there's no sandbar. I just want to see how far you guys would go. Yeah,
that's a classic Sasha bit too. That he was such a fucking compulsive liar, but about shit that didn't even matter.
Yeah, man, that almost cost me my life. That's funny. Good times.
You'd be like, oh yeah, I made that up. Sorry.
Good time. Well, it looks like my battery's dying. So
fucking A.
Hey, hope you guys enjoyed the vlog.
Yeah.
Me and Jimmy catching up.
Not the buds and studs, but
not the buds and studs. We gotta get shredded for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna toss that to Tran. Tran, I hope you're watching. It was kind of, I'm gonna put in honor of Tran, like he died.
Make people think he died, yeah.
Yeah, in honor of Tran. No, but all right, Jimmy.
You see that? See that?
Oh, what we used to say? Polar bear and black bear doing cartwheels in the forest.
Yeah, a polar bear and a black bear doing cartwheels in the forest, and then they link up like that.
Like fusion. Because picture a polar bear and a black bear doing cartwheels in the forest together, like holding on to each other.
Like yin and yang.
It's a yin yang symbol.
Yeah. And so he tried to be a firefighter, and something about his back, they wouldn't let him be a firefighter. So he was like, all right, I bet the Marine Corps would take me. And then that's how he
He had like a weak back. He had scoliosis.
No, it was like a broken back. Like he had to have surgery on it when I was like either 11 or 12, so I was kind of young, but he was like, already a grown ass man, and his back, he's always had back issues his whole life, and then he just he's got like metal rods in there now and shit. I don't know what it is. Marine Corps obviously didn't help it, but they still allowed him to join.
What year was that, do you know?
He was in from 93 to 97. Yeah.
Bro, do you feel, now that we're on the subject, I guess a little more serious.
Yeah.
Like, you got out, right?
Uh-huh.
No, when I guess I'm gonna just tell you from my end. Maybe you feel the same way.
Yeah.
So when I got out, right, I was like excited to get out. I was excited to be done with everything, and then now I felt like a pressure. Like I felt pressure that I had to go and do something great. Like, okay, I did this. This was a stepping stone.
Yes.
Now I need to do something important because
it's underwhelming. You feel like, I remember when I got out, and I talked, if Pope watches this, me and Pope used to fucking talk about this all the time.
Oh, we're gonna bring those guys up too.
Yeah. And you feel like once you get out, you can't. I kind of sat around for a while doing nothing because I didn't start college yet. Like when I got out, I was in the middle of a semester, so I had a few months to wait until fall semester. Like you get out and you feel like you just don't have a fucking purpose anymore. Yeah. And it's just like, I'm here, but I'm not really doing anything,
Yeah, even I got out a year and a half ago, and I still feel that way. Like,
to this day.
Because I'm almost done with my degree with just an associate's to transfer to get a bachelor's, right? Yeah. And then I just tell my wife, I'm like, yo, I don't think I'm gonna just get my bachelor's. I'm just gonna get a job or something. Yeah. And then just because I feel like I'm not doing enough, something like that.
That's what I felt too.
But but I feel like, I always wondered, like, do other people feel that way? Like other vets? Yeah. They feel like.
Because I was, at this point too, like, when I first started college, I was like, I'm going to do 4 years. I want to get a bachelor's degree. Yeah. At this point, fuck that. I wanted a fucking associate's degree. And my plan is that I want to fucking get back and get a job as soon as possible. Yeah. So I can, like, get a fucking routine again. Yeah, exactly. And then I can do something and, provide. Like, I'm getting paid to go to school, but, like.
It's not like, it's.
It's kind of, you can't really describe it, but you know what, like if
indescribable.
If you're a veteran and then you transition to college, you know exactly what the fuck we're talking about.
Yeah. So I always wondered that actually but the reason I brought up the disability is because I had to speak to like a psychiatrist kind of, and they're like, oh well, yeah, it sounds like you have depression and an adjustment disorder. I'm like, word. So I was gonna use that in my bit. I was like, I used to be a combat engineer. And now I'm depressed and I have an adjustment disorder, so
at least that's what they tell me.
He's like, no, this is going to be, I used to be an engineer, Marine Corps, but now the doc says I'm depressed and have an adjustment disorder, so I sure hope you think I'm funny. And just kind of let that sit there.
Just let that simmer, yeah.
Like, so I really hope you guys think I'm funny.
And just now they feel forced to laugh.
Yeah, they're like, oh, okay.
Oh, all right.
And then I was going to be like, well, if you don't know what an adjustment disorder is, you remember when Toy Story, when Buzz just got there, and he was like, everybody get in the fucking crowd! I was gonna do that.
He didn't know where the fuck he is.
Yeah. Yo, what the fuck? And then just start shooting.
That's kind of the other reason why I never wanted. I didn't fucking claim it. I got 0% disability. Yeah. Is that I feel like if I start talking about it, about the physical and mental shit, like they're gonna be like, oh no, you cannot re-enter society. Like you.
Well, that's the thing. I'm at 90% right now.
Yeah. That's some good pay then.
Yeah, 90%. I get 90%, and I'm gonna bleep this out because. Yeah. Don't want everybody knowing my business. So I get 90%, and I get my housing from things. So I'm pretty much making like E5 pay roughly. Yeah. And then my wife, bill. Yeah. My wife makes a lot of money. Yeah. So if you're wondering what kind of truck I'm sitting in, it's a 2022 GMC Elevation.
It's nice.
And it's
feels like a spaceship.
It's nice, crew cab. So I can fit the boys back there. I got the pickup. It's a nice truck. It's a decent 70,000, no big. 70,000. They wanted 78 for it, but talked them down. Yeah. Got a good rate on it. They were trying to give me like a 7 point something, 6 point something, and I got it at like 4.3, 4.5 yearly rate, annual APR is
called. That's better than the 18% that fucking.
Ugh.
Guess who we're talking about?
Swear. This other numbskull named Bricky.
Oh, Brick.
Oh, bro, we could go hours about this.
Yeah, that's a whole... That's for next episode.
Yeah. Oh, the whole reason we turned the camera back on is because I was going to ask Jimmy. It's something I always ask my white friends. Yeah. And it's not... not to put anybody down, but I've always been curious about it since I was in grade school, right, elementary school. I would ask my white friends this, and this is it. What do white people eat for dinner? Like, what kind of food do white people eat?
Usually other cultures' food.
Yeah.
Like we don't really have. Well, I mean, in Ireland, obviously it's a big potato culture. So I eat a lot of potatoes. In Poland, in Lithuania, they have like fucking sausage and sauerkraut. So there's white people foods out there, but for the most part, we like eating other people's foods. Like I think I eat fucking Mexican food and like tacos and quesadillas that it's not real fucking tacos and quesadillas, but it's the kind of shit that white people make that still tastes good.
Where are you getting the tacos and quesadillas?
Well, we get all our meat from Costco.
Okay, bro.
And tortillas and shit.
New vlog idea. But I'm gonna take you, because you saw the episode with Pope, right? We got tacos, and you got
When was that?
It was a Pope vlog episode. It was one of the last vlogs I did. It was after Mo left.
Okay.
I took Pope. We got some decent tacos, and these tacos are called birria tacos, which means it's like
So like legit tacos.
They're legit tacos.
Like you have to eat it with like a fork and knife.
No, they're legit tacos.
Okay.
They're like legit tacos, and I took them. So pretty much the meat is like stewed. It's like beef. It's stewed for a while, and then they take the meat and they put it in the taco, right, with some cheese.
Yeah.
So picture like a quesadilla taco.
Yeah.
And then the stew, like the juice, the broth from the meat that was cooked, they give you a cup of it. So when you eat your taco, you dunk it in the juice and you eat it.
So that kind of reminds me of like a roast beef with au jus. That's a white person food, I think. I don't think we took that from
I was
anybody.
a chef. I know exactly what you're talking about. Au jus.
That's like the same thing? I fucking
No,
love.
the flavors are different.
Yeah. Yeah, well, not the same thing as like a taco.
Yeah.
But yeah, I fucking love roast beef and au jus. So,
bro, what's crazy? Like you talking about roast beef and au jus. Mm-hmm. That's all the kind of stuff I used to cook because I used to work at a steakhouse. So I used to have like prime ribs, ribeyes, seafood, all kinds of stuff.
Shit.
Yeah, man. So it's like one white food that I love that I didn't have until I was like 20, 21 is meatloaf, bro. I didn't have meatloaf until I was like 21.
Meatloaf is good.
And it was like so good.
And that's definitely a fucking
with mashed potatoes.
That's a white person food for sure.
You ever get the one from Costco?
I didn't know Costco.
They have you just throw it in the oven and it comes with
like the meals that you make in the silver trays.
Yeah. So it's like you throw it in the oven and it's like meatloaf with mashed potatoes and it's so good, bro. Costco is like place.
Costco is the shit. Because we get those fucking the meals. It's like we used to get the chicken Alfredo from it too and all that. Yeah. Do you meatloaf with ketchup?
There was like a ketchup sauce.
Okay. I was about to say that's the only good way to enjoy it. It's the only meat that you're supposed to put fucking ketchup on.
Yeah.
A burger.
I remember the chef that I worked with. She would make a ketchup sauce. So it wasn't just ketchup. It was like ketchup with a little bit of brown sugar and it simmered. She simmered it or something, right? So it was like tangy, like nice tangy meatloaf sauce.
It's gonna make me wet.
Yeah, bro. I used to cook for a living.
Yeah.
I mean, whoa. Hey. Anyway, but yeah, I've always asked that question, and people say, I don't know. Some people get defensive. They say, I don't know. What do Mexicans eat?
The people that get defensive they're the ones that are eating like the bland food.
Kraft macaroni.
Yeah. Like they're the ones that don't like. People probably say this all the time about their own wives, but my wife is a good cook. Like I fucking love my wife's cooking, and she fucking knows how to season, and she knows how to make like recipes from all over the fucking world, kind of thing. You know what I mean? And so that's why I married her, is for her cooking. Yeah. Megan, if you're watching this, that's why I married you.
Good shit, Megan. But anyway, yeah, that's good, man. But yeah, I've gotten answers like, I don't know, right?
Yeah.
What do Mexicans eat? And I tell them. And then sometimes they're like, I don't know, like wings. I'm like, what do you mean wings? Just wings? No side, no
sauce or nothing?
Like, no starches, no veg, no vegetables, stuff like that. Like, mac and cheese, wings.
Yeah, potatoes are always a big one.
Yeah, I love potatoes. Mm-hmm. But anyway, yeah, so for like Mexican families, like for example, my mom very rarely, like I've never had a burrito for dinner, right? And I know burrito's Mexican food.
Yeah.
But my mom always made like a rice, like a Spanish rice. There's always a rice and there's always a meat. Sometimes there's a vegetable.
Yeah.
Oh, my brother's calling me.
El Loco.
El Loco. You know what I call him? My brother has a tattoo on his forearm. My brother has a big ass tattoo right here. It says Loco.
That's pretty punk rock.
I'm like, bro, what? And then he was like talking about joining the Marines. I'm like, bro, you're probably not gonna join the Marines with that tattoo. But now they changed the policy.
Yeah, he probably could now.
But anyway, yeah, I always wonder what white people eat for dinner. But anyway, we'll go to, like, I got Pope some tacos.
Yeah.
And I would say the tacos I had with Pope are, like, mid, bro. Like, mid. But, like, the best tacos, my favorite taco spot in town, well, not even town, it's in Escondido.
Yeah.
It's called TJ's Tacos. Do you eat pork?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Perfect. I always check because I know some people don't eat pork.
Yeah.
Whether for health reasons or religious reasons.
Yeah, isn't that fucking... Is it Jewish people that don't eat pork? Or is it...
I don't think Jewish people eat pork, and Muslim.
Yeah.
Muslim people.
Still, yeah.
And, you know, maybe some Mormons, Jehovah's Witnesses, stuff like that.
Yeah, the real deep religious people.
Yeah. But these pork tacos, it's marinated pork. And you know, the dude has like you know what like a shawarma is? You know, nice little
I know
shawarma.
what fucking shawarma is.
Right? Isn't that the one they cut it off? They cut it off the thing?
Yeah, because I used to fucking work at a Chaldean party store, and they also did like Chaldean food. They made shawarmas all the fucking time, and if they weren't selling them at the end of the night, I would just go home with them. Oh my god. Yeah, those people knew how to fucking cook too.
But is it the one where you like it's like a big ass piece of meat and you slice it off? You slice it off the thing?
Oh no, it wasn't that fancy.
Oh.
So
Well,
this is like legit then.
bro, so yeah, but this is a Mexican spot.
Yeah.
And so pretty much they have layers of pork stabbed on a little stick, right? So you have like this giant, it looks like a wasp nest. So picture a wasp nest, and it's just rotating, and there's a fire on this side, so it's cooking, right? So the taco man, he'll grab his tortillas soaked in grease, and he like grabs the tortilla like this, slices it off the thing, it falls in here, and he puts sauce, green sauce, red sauce, onion, cilantro, one taco. And it's like that, bro. And it's so good. Like, I remember when I first had that taco.
Like the smoked brisket almost. Like it's been cooking, it's been fucking
Well,
marinating,
no, it's
saturating.
It's cooking right now. Like, when it rotates, it's cooking. And that's a new layer that's cooking because he just cut off the old layer.
Oh, okay. I gotcha.
It's not cooked prior. It's cooking right now, like on the spot. And we'll go because like that definitely sounds like, because I love that place.
Yeah.
I just went recently, like a week ago.
Yeah. I like good food.
Bro, taco spots? I like taking white people to get tacos. Like good tacos. Because I knew there's one kid named Vanderhoff, and he's only had tacos from Taco Bell. And his favorite food was tacos, but he's only had tacos from Taco Bell. So I'm like, bro,
but Taco Bell does make good tacos too, but obviously that's like the fast food.
They make Taco Bell tacos.
Yeah.
I had Taco Bell yesterday. I had Taco Bell
I
yesterday.
had Taco Bell 2 days ago.
But anyway, there's good tacos, brother. Like, I don't know, they might have like in-store made tortillas.
Yeah.
Good stuff. I'll take you. Next vlog.
Yeah.
Mo Smacks with the thing. Mo Smacks vlog.
Mo Smacks with Jimbo snacks. We'll work on it.
Yeah, we'll
work on it.
Jimbo.
Yeah.
Jimbo. Shadwell. Play on words on Shadwell. Anyway.
Shad eats well. No, that's...
Shad eats well. That's good. Shad eats well. But yeah, that's it.
Yeah. Had to get a little insight into the white food culture.
Yeah, always ask my white friends, and there's always something different. And it's always like, dude, my mom makes this thing where she puts potatoes down and she puts the beef over it.
Tater tot casserole.
Yeah, some tater tot casserole. I love a casserole.
That's a Minnesota thing for sure.
You're what?
I'm from Michigan. But that's like a but I've had tater tot casserole because I have family who lives in Minnesota. So that's a white person staple right there.
Good casserole. All right then, boys. That's it for the vlog. I hope you enjoyed me and Jimmy chopping it up.
Yeah, chumming it up. God, you fucking hear that? That's how it's done.
Like, subscribe, share with your friends, or don't really.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
If you want to see me beg, you won't.